If you need unlimited domination, clutch time, or anything else online or offline grinding, make sure you hit up RoseNBA on Twitter for quick, safe, and reliable grinding services. Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing a tier list ranking the best cards in the game. We're joined by special guest Evan Tanaka, my man. We did part one of this tier list on his channel, so I'm gonna leave a link to his Twitch and his YouTube down in the description below. Make sure y'all go check out part one of the tier list, obviously, to hear our opinion on all of these cards who are already placed on the tier list, and also make sure y'all go drop him a follow over on Twitch to show him some love over there. He's a great streamer, great YouTuber. Obviously, I know a ton of y'all know Evan, so make sure y'all go show him some love. But how we doing, Evan? Appreciate you coming through, bro.
I'm good, man. Just excited to, finish out this tier list, give you guys our thoughts. As you guys can see, we still got a lot of good cards to look at. We got a bunch of good pink diamonds, and hopefully we can, give our opinions, and you guys can let us know what you think in the comment section down below.
It all sounds good to me. I'm excited for this video. First card on the tier list, we have Chris Middleton. I think B. That's my opinion. He doesn't have an elite release. It's just like, I know he's got normal fade, but his release isn't elite, and it's just like, we have so many good cards as well. We're probably gonna have to do some adjustments toward the end of this video, moving some cards down probably. I don't think Chris Middleton's bad, but on the best cards in the game, I just don't think there's like 4 or 5 shooting guards I'd probably take over him. So for me, I'd put him in the B tier.
Honestly, I'm gonna say we can fix this here as quickly right now. I'd move Chris Middleton down to C tier with Benedict Mathurin, with Jason Kidd, and with AK-47. I think all those guys deserve to go down to C tier. I mean, you could do whatever you want for your tier list, but I think that's kind of how I'd format it. I would have Chris Middleton in C tier. I don't really like the card, to be honest.
I think he's a really solid defender. Normal fade is big. His release isn't like worse than a lot of these shooting guards. I agree. Ben doesn't do enough. He moves down to C. I think AK moves down to C, and I think Kidd probably does move down to C.
That's pretty fair.
I would leave Chris in B, and honestly, I'd move Big Z down to B just because he's so slow. Outside of that, I think we could pretty much leave everyone.
Hayward. You can maybe keep him.
We'll keep Hayward for now. We'll put him at the end of B or at the end of A, and we might move him down toward the end of the video. But I think that evens out the tier list a little bit, makes it a little more fair. Cade is an easy S tier for me. I love his size. The fact that he doesn't get 2-man is such a big thing for me, because in a competitive play specifically, you'll see a lot of that. And when I say 2-man, for those of y'all who don't know, what I'm saying is basically they call the screen using the player who's being guarded by the short guard. For example, if you have Ja or Donovan Mitchell or any of those guards who are 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", they call the screen with the guy who's being guarded by that point guard, and then that guy slips through and pretty much gets an easy mash or a dunk like the vast majority of the time. And Cade's not going to give that up, obviously, because he's 6'6". Just makes your defense so much more versatile, and I think that's a big thing. So for me, he's pretty easily S tier, to be honest.
And nothing really to add there. I mean, yeah, Cade 6'6", can play the 1, doesn't get 2-man, creates mismatches on offense. Yeah, definitely S tier.
Also,
not even
he's got a 55 standing dunk. The man standing dunks every play. I don't know why. He has a 55 standing dunk, and he standing dunks every play. But that is such a valuable thing to have, because like that's a big thing, is that they can run and standing dunk, and Cade gives you that. So Jermaine's release is horrible. He's a great defensive card. He's got good size, really good badges. His release is awful. I cannot stand his release. So for me, I think he's B. Kind of like Jaylen Brown, honestly, where they both they're really good in every other area, but their releases suck.
Jermaine, yeah.
Joe Johnson, B. He's Chris Middleton. They're the same card. I mean,
basically the same card. So for me, I'd probably have them both in C tier, but yeah, no, I think B's probably fair. Like, I'm just saying for my tier list, yeah.
Chris is a little bit better defender. Joe's release is probably a little better, but they're basically the same card. Like, neither of them are elite. Neither of them are bad.
No, I agree with that.
KG S, I think that's pretty easy. Are you going to disagree?
I don't think you're gonna have to explain.
Like, he's the best. He's the best big man in the game. Most versatile, good release, can do everything at a high level. He's S tier pretty easily, I think. MJ. This is a tough one.
He's got to be at least an A, right?
He's not S. He's not S.
Yeah, no, he's not S.
I'm considering B, but I think he is better than the shooting. He's definitely better than the shooting guards we have in B. And we only have one true shooting guard in Ant and B as well. He's definitely B, because I'm looking at these other guys who are still here. I don't think I'd take any of these guys over MJ, so yeah, I think he is A tier. Yeah, elite defender, another guy with a pretty mediocre release, but he's got good movement, is an incredible slasher, and an amazing all-around defender. He's really good, just release holds him back.
Before you talk about Richard Jefferson,
what's up?
I just want to say, this is the worst card in the entire game. I don't care what anybody says. He's going in C tier for me. I know Jason's going to have him in A tier.
You're insane.
But he's going in C tier. He is literally the worst card in the game. I'm not even trolling. This card sucks, man. He literally sucks. I'm saying C. I can explain, but this card is terrible.
His release is horrible.
So
but he's
it might
got.
actually be
I
the
mean,
worst
okay,
release
hold
game.
on. Let me just pull up 2KDB real quick, because
It might be the
like
worst release
everything,
game.
his release is awful. I know, but this is a rim running game, and look at his stats: 93 speed at shooting guard. He's got incredible size at 6'7" with a massive player build, a great wingspan, incredibly high 3-pointer, half catch and shoot. If he's wide open, it's easy to green. Even this year, can get any badge. Already his base badges are really, really good. He's got great all around defensive stats, even on the interior. Great size, and is an incredible slasher. And slashing is the most important attribute of a card this year. Like, his release is horrible, but he does everything else at an incredible level. And if he's wide open, he's going to green. Like, you know what I mean? Like, C is crazy, but this release is horrible. I will say that his release blows.
It's literally terrible. But what I will say though, stats obviously look amazing and his badges are amazing.
I'll give you high B just to make you happy. I'll give you high B. That's the best I can do.
Honestly, I don't think his stats, like, I know they look good on paper. I played this card multiple times, and for me, he's done absolutely nothing on the court. Maybe the guy might not be that good, but I did play some comp players at Everett Jefferson. He did absolutely nothing. I swear, I was literally leaving him open in the corner and just baiting back to him every single time. Like, I could leave him in the corner for like 4 seconds and then get a contest back. So that's all I'll say. Jefferson for me is a very overrated card, but I know he's good for a lot of people, but my experience with the card, I mean, I'd have him C tier, but B tier is fair.
Yeah, Alonzo, B.
He's actually solid B tier. He's solid. He's a very good card.
Release is acceptable. He's a good defender. He's got pretty good athleticism. He's actually much faster than people realize.
Just a better
I think people think Alonzo more and they go, oh, he's going to be 75 speed. He's 85 speed. Like, he's got good athleticism. Really good interior badges on both ends of the court. Half anchor's a big badge. I mean, he's a really solid card. I think he's 6'10", and he doesn't have the wingspan is great, but he doesn't have a great player build. I mean, he's not horrible. He's pretty good. He's a very solid card. I think B tier is fair. Scotty's S. Like, he might be the best card in the game. He might be the best card in the game.
Splash? Have you heard what Splash says about this card?
Yeah, he's bugging. He said, because here's the thing.
Splash is tripping, bro. He says he's like terrible. I'm like,
Splash is bugging. I love Splash, but he's bugging. The one thing about him,
he doesn't play defense as good as you would think he would. Those stats look amazing, but he's not played that.
This stat matters a lot. I know you don't get a lot of blocks, but this stat, I'm telling y'all, the block stat matters. There's a reason that I think Andre Iguodala plays better defense than Scottie Pippen, and I think the main reason is that block rating. I mean, Iggy's got a 78 block. You put a shoe on that, you're looking at mid-80s with boosts. I mean, Scotty has a 65. Like, that matters. And I just think Iggy plays better interior defense. That being said, Pippen having half glove is an incredible perimeter defender, amazing lateral quickness. And obviously his release is one of the best releases in the game as well. Like, he's pretty easily S tier. You could argue he's the best card in the game.
Yeah, no, you definitely could. I want to quickly say about Pippen though, real quick. Like, for some reason, this is probably the first 2K ever. He is a better offensive card than he is defensively. Would you agree with that?
That is probably true. Yeah.
He's a better offensive card because he's on my lineup to shoot corner threes, knock down wide open shots, and
he can slash. Defense, I mean, he can slash.
I think he's a better, slightly, but I think he's a slightly better offensive card, which just shows how good he is because obviously we know it's Pippen and he's going to.
Well, in the past, his release has been a little bit baited. This year, it's just not. It's one of the best releases in the game, and it's so nice.
In the game, honestly, I think it is.
In terms of greening consistently and speed, it's right there with guys like Carmelo and Tatum. That's like the best release in the game. Richard Hamilton, speaking of incredible releases, Richard Hamilton's release is insane. Really fast, really easy to green. Problem is his dribble style sucks. He's a mediocre defender. He's such a good shooter, but against a competitive player, you just put him on deny ball, don't give him a lot of space. He's not going to do a ton. It's like,
honestly, C tier. I know you're gonna. I say C tier. I don't think he's a better card than Benedict Mathurin.
I'm moving Steve Francis to C tier because his release is terrible.
Yeah.
We have too many B tiers. He's a better Ben Mathurin. He is a better Ben Mathurin because he does more stuff on the court than Ben is going to do.
I will say we have a lot of shooting guards in B tier, and I don't think he's better. Well, he's definitely better.
Who's the worst shooting guard in B tier?
I think Chris Middleton or Joe Johnson. You like Rip or Chris more?
I'd go Joe Johnson because Chris Middleton plays better defense. We'll move Joe Johnson down. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
D Rose is, y'all are gonna hate me. He's B tier.
Whoa! Now you take that back right now.
Nope.
You move that card up to A tier right now. Then. Hell no. I don't want to hear anything, bro.
I loved this card for so long. His interior defense is awful. I know he's listed at 6'3", but he has such a small player build. He's an incredible slasher, but like, dude, I don't know, honestly, man. He plays no D.
Just go to Russell Westbrook. I don't even just go. I don't want to talk about it. Just go
S tier.
You know, that is absolutely crazy.
Russ is the best point guard in the game. He's better than Cade. Russ's dunk animations are insane, and he actually plays pretty good defense.
I will agree.
And he's got a good player build. He's got a good player build. That's the other thing. His player build is so nice. Like Russ and D Rose are both listed at 6'3". They have completely different player builds. And Russ's interior and block are worse than D Rose's, but he gets more paint stops and 95 lateral quickness compared to D Rose's 88. That matters. I mean, I'm telling y'all. And he has better slashing animations as well. Like he gets better dunk animations. He dunks everything. Russ is insane. Although you're right, I'm insane. I'll put D Rose in A. I know it'll make you happy. It'll make people happy in the chat as well. I think. I'm taking John Donovan both over him though, but I mean, he's good. You're right. Arvidas.
I don't disagree at all. His
release
sucks. People hype this card up way too much. His release is
Big
terrible.
Z is B. Arvidas, his release is worse than Big Z's. He doesn't have half anchor, which Big Z has, and he's also slow as a slug. So he's not as good of an interior defender. He's not as good of a shooter. His playmaking badge that he has extra, because he's got like, I think he's got Hoff Break Starter, which is a cool badge off like inbound passes and full court passes, but it's really not that crucial of a badge.
I mean,
and like Dimer, cool, I guess. Like he doesn't have the defensive badges that Big Z has, and he's also a slug, and his release sucks.
I mean, the easy way I put it is Big Z and Sabonis, the same card. Big Z got a better jump shot, has Hall of Fame anchor.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a pretty significant difference, though. Those two things matter a lot. Latrell.
I know. I like him a lot. I do think
great budget card. Really, like one of the best value cards in the game.
It's just so many of these shooting guards. Like I take him over. I think he's got to go C tier. He's really good, but I'm thinking about it. I don't think he's better than JB. I don't think he's better than Rip.
He's on the exact same level as those guys, in my opinion. I think they're all the same. Like,
that's what I mean. Like they're all the same. I don't know.
He's got really complete badges, which I love, and he actually moves decently as well. A really good slasher.
Am I the only one that doesn't think he has that bad of a jump shot? Splash was saying it's super slow. I feel like it's not that slow. I think it's faster than JB. It's faster than who else is super slow? MJ. Like I think it's a pretty fast shot. It's not fast, but
it's not bad. I think he's
I don't think it's bad. So yeah, B tier.
Price wise, I mean, he probably is the best card that you can buy on the auction house for his price or cheaper in the game. Like he is such an amazing value card in a game where the best cards in the game are crazy expensive. He's not.
This is interesting. I want to see where you put Tatum.
Boop.
Okay, fair. I thought you were gonna have an 8.
Again, one of the best releases in the game. Capable defender, really good player build, slashes at a high level. Like he's an amazing card, and his release is amazing. I love his release. Vince Carter. We have a million shooting guards in B, but again, I think he's B.
He's A.
You think so?
What? Really? I'm like, okay, what I will say, though, is if you have him next to a Cade, you have him next to a Wade, that makes him 10 times better. So I think he's better than all the shooting guards in B tier. I think he's on the same level as guys like And and MJ. That's kind of where I have him. I think he's better than JB.
I really can't argue. He is better than JB. I agree.
And who else is there? I mean,
it's just like,
Jefferson,
does he play? He doesn't play much defense, which is annoying.
He's no D,
but he has one of the best releases of any of these shooting guards. Like he has one of the best releases of the shooting guards in the game. Like I would, his release is better than every shooting guard in B tier except for Rip. That's true. His release is better than Iggy's. It's as good or better than Anthony Edwards. He's an incredible slasher with amazing dunk animations. I mean,
you just can't play defense.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If you have next to a Wade or a Cade,
he's got a pretty good player build though, so that does help him on defense.
And he gets stops. He's fine. Yeah, he's good. A tier. You better not. Don't even think about it. Put him where he deserves. Don't. No. Up. Okay.
A tier. He is not as good as people think.
That is just gap.
He plays defense so well for a guard, but he doesn't play it like Cade does. On ball he does, but off ball he doesn't. He's not better than Russ.
How is Russ better? Explain.
I'll explain. And y'all are gonna say I'm crazy, but I'm gonna explain. Look at this. Look right here. This matters this year. Dunk animations matter, and I'm not saying for the reason they mattered in previous years, because in previous years, dunk animations mattered because good dunk animations didn't get blocked as much, like quick drops last year, versus this year, you're not going to get blocked on dunk regardless. Like 95% of the time, you're not going to get blocked. He's not going to trigger contacts with these dunk animations. He doesn't dunk in traffic with these dunk animations the way that guys like Russ, Ja, even D Rose do, and that matters a lot. Also, his release is pretty slow. It's a baited release. Amazing defender. Statistically, he's amazing. And his badges, his Hoff badges are really good. Hoff bully, Hoff fast switch, Hoff clamp breaker, Hoff quick first step are all really, really good badges. One of the best defensive point guards in the game, I'd say, really second only to Cade. And then probably Jason Kidd and Dyson Daniels. But, like, I don't know. Why do you think he's S tier?
I actually have to explain.
Well, because here's the thing. Stats and badges say he's S tier. The way he plays 100%. And those dunk animations, it's not S tier for me. I don't think he's a top 2 point guard.
Okay, then because
is he better than Russ or Cade?
I don't think he's better than Kid. I think Kid's the best point guard in the game, but I think he's better than Russ. I think he's just I think he's Russ, but just better on defense.
But Russ is so much better as a slasher in terms of the animations he gets, and he moves faster.
I think Wade's that much better on defense, though. You can make. I think what you're saying is true about dunking, but I don't know. I mean, you could, because I don't think he's on your list. I don't think he's, but he's better than. He's got to be better than Carmelo, right?
But they're different positions. Carmelo's release is so good, though. I started him in quals. D-Wade didn't play in quals. Like, you know what I mean?
We'll go A tier. We're not gonna drag it on. Yeah.
Wiltz. We have a million cards at A tier, but he's so good on the interior. He can't shoot at all. I hate inside centers, but he's so big. His player build is massive. He's got an 8-foot wingspan. He's the best masher in the game. He gets every board. He's the fakest card in the game. It's so annoying to play against people who just mash with Wilt either, because it's so low skill. But regardless, he's got great speed too. He's just A tier. He has to be.
Not worthy last card in S?
I don't think this is even debatable. The best power forward in the game. He's incredible. Release is incredible. I mean, he's right there with guys like Pippen as the best card in the game. I agree. And then Zion is A. Again, we have too many cards in A tier, but it is what it is. Like, he's such a good slasher, and even though he is a little undersized for power forward, he's just dominant on the inside, and he knocks down open shots, even though his release is pretty bad.
I would probably move Gordon Hayward down to B.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's just not as good as the other guys in A.
But I'm looking at all the other cards in A tier, and they all deserve to be in A tier.
Yeah.
They really do. The only guy maybe argues Vince.
I know it's a little top heavy, this list, but I think we actually have a pretty decent list here. I know some of y'all are going to be like, say I'm insane for Wade, and then like putting D Rose in B initially, which I kind of almost told to, but
I wouldn't say you're insane.
Because there's 3 point guards in A that are better than him, in my opinion.
And the reason why the tier list is structured like this is because if I had to add all the cards in the game, like all these kind of more budget options, we'd be here for like 30 minutes. So I kind of just went with like, you know, the best cards in the game, but also kind of balanced. So obviously there's not like budget cards, there's not like every single card in the game. So these are more of like the, I would say the top 45 cards in the game, except for like the Jalen Green, Luka. I added a couple budget guys, but I do think these are like the top 45 cards in the game, in my opinion.
Well, with that being said, that's it for our tier list. Let me know what you think of our tier list down in the comment section down below. Again, make sure you go check out Evan's video. Also, if y'all watch it to the end of the video, comment D Wade, because we argued about that card more than any. Comment Dwayne Wade or D Wade or something like that down in the comments. I'll follow you back on Twitter. Comment your Twitter as well. Evan will follow you back on Twitter as well. I'll make sure he does. But if you watch it to the end of the video, make sure you comment Dwayne Wade or D Wade or something in that fashion, and we will get y'all with that follow back as long as you follow you drop your Twitter handle as well. But appreciate everybody for watching. Again, appreciate Evan for coming on and doing this video with him. With me, make sure you go drop him a sub on YouTube, a follow on Twitch, watch his video, all that stuff, and I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.